Tonight, as promised, we're going to discuss different techniques to use planetary magic to achieve the goal of prosperity. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, I'm going to give you some new techniques. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to do a little demonstration here so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. What we have here are different planetary squares. You can find the planetary squares in my journal on the Occult Mirror Forum, or you can find them on Google, it doesn't matter. This, for example, is the planetary square of Venus. Okay? This, obviously, would be the color of Venus. We're using a green candle with Venus because we want to keep the color correspondency. The vibration of the correspondence needs to be the same. Otherwise, you are diluting your own power. You have two choices. You can take power, okay, or you can leave it on the table. If you are such a great magician that you can leave power unused, sitting on the table, then you are a bad motherfucker, all right? That's all I can say. But for the rest of us, if there's power, a source of power, we need to take it and we need to use it, okay? That's what this is about. That's why the first thing you're going to do before you do your planetary working for prosperity, and it doesn't matter what planet you choose, okay, you're going to make sure you're doing it, you're beginning in the day and hour. To do that, you're going to use your app that you downloaded from App Store called Planetary Times. It's going to calculate for you, based on your geography, exactly when sunrise and sunset are, and exactly when the planetary hours are going to be properly there. So you're going to know. Now, this is what you need to know about planetary hours. Okay. Do not begin your ceremony until you are in the planetary hour of your choice. Do not prepare for your ceremony until it begins. Okay? If you're preparing before the actual hour happens, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because preparation is part of the ritual. Okay? It counts as part of the ritual. It counts in everybody's book. Francis Barrett, Peter de Abano, any of the greats, that's what they say. So do not start the preparation until the actual hour begins. Now, all right. Step 2. Let's talk about the planets and how we can use them for prosperity. Okay, there are two planets, that you really should not use for prosperity. And I'm going to tell you what they are right now. Venus. Do not use Venus for prosperity. Don't do it. We're going to put Venus over here. Venus for prosperity is out. Do not use Mars. Okay? Mars for prosperity is out. There is only one exception to this rule, and one only. If you need to destroy an obstacle related to you being successful financially, that would be the only time you would use Mars in a prosperity ritual setting. Okay? If there was an obstacle that had to be destroyed for you to progress financially, that's what would make you use this. Do not use it otherwise. All right. So how do we use the remaining 5 planets? Jupiter. We already know. Everybody knows Jupiter. If you don't know Jupiter, I don't know what to tell you. You need to go back to the basics. All right? If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, you need to go right back to the basics. I'm just telling you. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just telling you. We all know Jupiter is about prosperity. We know this. Jupiter is about explosive prosperity or prospective gains. Okay? This is what somebody that uses the stock market or Forex or something like that to get more money from. Prospective gains, explosive gains, unexpected gains, windfalls. That's what Jupiter does. Okay? So people often misuse Jupiter like it's the end-all, be-all, and there are really other planets that may be more appropriate for what they're trying to do. Let's dispense with Jupiter for the moment. You've got Saturn. Saturn. Key incense, myrrh. Color, black. You could get away with brown if you had to. Okay, now listen. Saturn is going to be for people that work in real estate, funerary sciences, anything like that, agriculture, okay, agriculture too. To work Saturn, it needs to be about a long-term growth cycle. When we invoke Saturn, we are invoking a slow-moving planet, okay? So do not expect to see results immediately. You're going to see results over a longer period of time, but they're going to be stronger and more steady. Next. Okay, wondered what happened to that. Next, we've got Mercury. Color, orange. Scent, copal. Mercury is the planet of commerce. Mercury is all about commerce, sales, exchanges, trades, capital flow, flux and reflux of flow, and sales, okay? Transactions. That would be the best word I could use to sum this up. Transactions. Now, when you're to employ Mercury in a financial capacity, you need it to increase your sales. Okay, that would be the way I would play that. All right. Let's talk about the moon. Color, white or silver. Incense, typically jasmine. The moon is all about fast transactions. Literally day-to-day changes that benefit you in business or in terms of cash flow, in terms of money coming in. This is very, very useful. And if you can time it with a waxing moon, even better, even better. Now, with that, it's like this. No, never mind. I'm not going to go there. That's too much for this time. We'll keep it simple. Okay, so that's the moon. All right. We are going to end with the sun. The sun is yellow, key color yellow. Incense, frankincense. The sun is a planet of gold and prosperity. The sun is like the source of life, okay? Everything comes from the sun. If you want something good in this life, it comes from the sun. Everything comes from the sun. So you can always ask for more money with the sun. The very first spell I ever learned in my life, I was 11 years old at a Renaissance fair. And the tarot reader said, if you want money, take a handful of copper pennies and wake up in the morning and throw them in the direction of the sun. Throw them right at the sun. And I tried this, and it actually worked. My grandmother contacted me unexpectedly and gave me $5, which to an 11-year-old is a really big deal. So it works. That's what you go with. Now, let me show you how to charge an object. I have an object. We're going to use this as an example. I want to bring the power of the moon into this. I've got my tablet. You make these in the day and hour that they are coming from. This is a lunar tablet. You make it in the day and hour of the moon. Don't do it any other time, okay? It needs that so that it vibrates properly. Now, we take our object, we put it here. We take our candle, we put it here. We take our incense, like this. All right. Everybody say hello to Prince Arobus. Prince Arobus, this is my viewers. My viewers, Prince Arobus. If you don't know each other, get acquainted. Prince Arobus is good people to know. So is King Baal. He's also really good people to know. If you don't know them, they're good people. All right. Here's what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do take the object and take your hands like this. Rub them together. Rub them good. Separate them this far. Feel your fingers close. Push slowly together. Pull back. You're going to feel resistance in between your hands. That's energy. That's life force. That's chi. You take your fucking object. Put it like this. Like this. By the power of the four elements and the infernal divine inside of myself, I do consecrate this object, that it becomes part of my art and is charged as I so wish. So mote it be. We take our object. We pass it through the smoke of the incense. We put it on our table. We now take and intone our hexagram, like example. And we visualize the color of the energy going down, 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 and into the object. We hold that visualization until the object glows with power. Okay? You can do this process several times to increase the strength of the vibration of the object. The object will then draw, like a tuning fork or a magnet, that energy into your life and your aura, which will make changes in your circumstance. That is the simple way to do this. Okay? Now, I think that's all I wanted to cover for tonight. I don't want to be long-winded or bore anybody, but I'm sorry if my altar is a little bit messy. This is not a show temple. This is not a temple on YouTube.